Are you feeling stuck right where you are? I need to share a tough truth with you. Most people watching this won't change a thing in their lives. Even 10 years from now, they'll have the same income, the same frustrations, and the same regrets. But for the 1% who stick with me to the end, your life can dramatically change, starting today. I'm going to reveal a secret that billionaires worldwide keep to themselves. It's Jim Rohn's incredible success principle, forged over 40 years of experience. It's so simple, yet so powerful, they don't want you to know it. This one principle answers all your questions. Why do some people work just as hard but get different results? How do ordinary people suddenly become successful? And why haven't your efforts paid off yet? Turn off your phone notifications right now. What I'm about to tell you could be a major turning point in your life. By the time you finish this, you'll be among the chosen 1%. I've always believed that life starts to change the moment you decide you're going to be exceptional. Today, I want to talk about an idea that has the potential to radically transform your life, your career, and your relationships. It's a simple idea, but don't let its simplicity fool you. This is a powerful principle that can change everything for you. Act as if you are the best. Some of you might already be thinking, isn't that arrogant? Isn't that just faking it? But listen closely. This has nothing to do with arrogance. It's not about looking down on others. It's about maximizing your own potential. When you act as if you are the best, it means you adopt the mindset, the habits, and the actions of someone at the top of their game. You set such a high standard for yourself that the very act of setting that standard pulls you higher. Think about it. Have you ever witnessed the performance of a top-tier athlete or a master craftsman? There's a certain confidence, a certain presence about them. That's not arrogance. That's conviction. It's the conviction that comes from relentless effort, honed skills, and being prepared to perform at the highest level. That's what it means to act as if you are the best, to bring that same conviction and presence to every single action. The magic of belief. But I'm not the best, you might be thinking. Far from it. So what? The beauty of this principle is that it works, even if you're not there yet. When you act as if you are the best, something magical happens. You start to believe it, and by believing it, you start to become it. This is the most powerful form of self-fulfilling prophecy. Let me give you an example. Imagine a job interview. You're nervous, doubting yourself, wondering if you're truly qualified. You walk into that interview with that mindset and you know the result. But what if you went in differently? What if you walked into that room believing you were the best candidate? You'd carry yourself with confidence, speak about your skills and experience with conviction, and genuinely believe you could solve their problems. The outcome would be dramatically different. And here's the amazing part. Even if you didn't get that job, by acting as if you were the best, you would have already changed yourself. You would have practiced carrying yourself with confidence, powerfully articulating your skills and experience, and raising your own standard of self-expression. All of that will serve you incredibly well in your next opportunity. Commitment to growth. Let me be clear, acting as if you are the best does not mean you stop learning or growing. In fact, it's the opposite. Truly great people in any field are always learning, always improving, always seeking new knowledge and new challenges. So when you act as if you are the best, you are also committing to continuous improvement. You are declaring that you will act like the best, and you will spare no effort in becoming the best. This principle applies to every area of your life. In your relationships, if you acted as the best partner, the best friend, the best parent, how would you interact with people? How would you communicate? How would you show up every day? In your health and fitness, if you acted as if you were in peak condition, how would you choose your food? How would you move your body? What habits would you build? In your finances, if you acted as the best steward of your wealth, how would you make decisions? How would you budget? How would you invest for the future? Saying, practice and adaptability. But isn't this just acting? Some might ask. Isn't it fake? Maybe at first, but here's a crucial fact about us as humans. We are incredibly adaptable creatures. We become what we consistently do. If you consistently act confident, you become truly confident. If you consistently make healthy choices, you become a healthy person. If you consistently manage your money wisely, you become financially savvy. This isn't acting. It's practice. It's a rehearsal for the role you want to play in your life. And there's another important thing. The world responds to your actions. When you carry yourself with the attitude of being the best, people start to see you differently. Your doors of opportunity begin to open, and those that were closed start to creak open a little. But this isn't about fooling anyone else. This is about fooling yourself. It's about convincing your own mind to believe in your potential, your worth, and your ability to achieve great things. Rewiring your inner voice. You know that little voice most of us have inside our heads? The one that says, you can't do it. That's impossible. Who are you to think you can? That voice is a liar. It's a liar programmed by years of self-doubt, bad advice, and misinterpreted setbacks and failures. When you act as if you are the best, you are reprogramming that voice. You're telling it, yes, I can. Yes, I have what it takes. Yes, I am someone who achieves big goals. And the beautiful thing is, as you start to act this way, as you start to walk with this confidence and conviction, it becomes more and more natural. What started as an act becomes your reality. Let me clarify something here. Acting as if you are the best doesn't mean ignoring your weaknesses or failures. Truly great people in any field are acutely aware of their shortcomings, but here's the crucial difference. They don't allow those shortcomings to define them. Instead, they see them as opportunities for growth, as challenges to be overcome. So when you act as if you are the best, you are also committing to honest self-assessment. You are declaring that you will hold yourself to the highest standard and be relentlessly honest about where you need to improve. And my friends, that is where true growth lies. When you combine the confidence of being the best with the humility to recognize where you can improve, you become unstoppable. The ripple effect of excellence. Let me share a little secret with you. The most successful people I've ever met, in every field, had one thing in common. They acted as if they were the best, even when they weren't. They carried a quiet confidence that asserted, I belong here. I have something valuable to contribute. And that confidence is contagious. It elevates others. It creates a ripple effect, not just in your life, but in the lives of those around you. Imagine if you truly, to your core, believed you were the best. How would you walk into a room? How would you approach a challenge? How would you treat yourself and others? The power of this principle is magnificent. It's not just about achieving external success, though that certainly follows. It's about transforming your internal landscape. It's about transforming you into the kind of person who effortlessly attracts success, overcomes obstacles, and lives a life of purpose and fulfillment. So I challenge you, starting today, act as if you are the best. Not from arrogance, but from a deep belief in your own potential and worth. When you face a challenge, ask yourself, how would the best version of myself handle this? If you have a presentation, tell yourself, I am the best person to deliver this message. When you're working on a project, think, I'm going to make this the best thing I've ever created. And here's the crucial part. Don't wait until you feel ready. Don't wait until you have all the answers. Don't wait until you've overcome every fear and doubt. Start now. Start where you are with what you have. Because the truth is, you'll never feel completely ready. The greatest achievers in history didn't wait until they were ready. They acted as if they were ready, and by doing so, they became ready. My friends, I implore you, act as if you are the best, and you will witness your life transform before your very eyes. Elevating others. And here's something astonishing. The principle of acting as if you are the best isn't just for you. It extends to elevating everyone around you. When you raise your own standards and pursue excellence in everything you do, you create an environment where others are pulled upwards too. Think about it. Have you ever been around someone who exudes confidence and competence, who carries themselves with grace and conviction? It's inspiring, isn't it? It makes you want to step up your own game. That's the impact you have on others when you act as if you are the best. You become a beacon of excellence, a standard of possibility. And by doing so, you give others permission to do the same. But here's where it gets really interesting. As you start to act as if you are the best, you also start to see the best in others. You become more attuned to recognizing and appreciating excellence wherever it exists. My friends, this is how you build a championship team, whether in business, in your community, or in your family. Embracing failure. Now, you might be thinking, but what if I fail? What if I act as if I'm the best and then fall flat on my face? Let me tell you something important about failure. Failure is not the opposite of success. Failure is part of success. It's a necessary step on the path to greatness. When you act as if you are the best, you're not saying you'll never fail. You're declaring that you will approach failure with the confidence and resilience of a champion. You're promising to learn from every setback and come back stronger. The best people don't fear failure. They fear not trying. They fear settling for being small. They fear living with the regret of what if. So when you act as if you are the best, you are giving yourself permission to take risks, to step outside your comfort zone, to reach for what seems impossible. And by doing so, you expand the realm of what's possible, beyond comparison. Let's think about the world today for a moment. It's so easy to compare ourselves to others. Social media, while a blessing in some ways, can sometimes feel like a highlight reel of everyone else's success. But when you act as if you are the best, you stop playing the comparison game. You realize your only true competitor is yourself from yesterday. You focus onto your own growth, your own progress, your own journey. And the beautiful thing is, when you stop comparing yourself to others and start competing with your own potential, that's when you truly begin to stand out. That's when you start achieving things others think are impossible. The hunger for improvement. I want to touch on something crucial here. Acting as if you are the best isn't about being complacent. It's not about resting on past achievements or stopping your improvement. It's the opposite. Truly great people, those who consistently perform at the highest levels, are always hungry. They are always looking for ways to hone their skills, expand their knowledge, and push their boundaries. So, when you act as if you are the best, you are also committing to being a lifelong learner. You're saying, I am the best, and I will continue to get better. That's the mindset that transforms good into great, and great into legendary. Let's dig a little deeper into mindset. Your mindset is like your operating system for life. It determines how you interpret events, how you respond to challenges, and how you approach opportunities. When you act as if you are the best, you are installing a new operating system. You are upgrading to a mindset of abundance, possibility, and growth. You'll start to see opportunities where others see obstacles, and solutions where others only see problems. And here's something fascinating about mindset. It's contagious. When you operate with a mindset of excellence, it spills over into every area of your life. Your relationships improve, your health improves, your finances improve, because you approach everything with the attitude of, how can I do this at the highest level? Mental rehearsal. Here's a little secret I've learned from the most successful people I know, and it might surprise you. Every morning, before they start their day, they take a few minutes and they visualize the best version of themselves. They imagine themselves performing at an exceptional level, achieving their goals, and living their ideal life. This isn't just fantasy. It's mental rehearsal. It's programming your subconscious mind for success. By consistently picturing the best version of yourself, you increase the likelihood of acting that way in real-life situations. So, I challenge you to do the same. Just a few minutes each morning. Visualize yourself acting as if you are the best. See yourself approaching your day with confidence, competence, and clarity. Visualize yourself overcoming challenges, seizing opportunities, and making a positive impact. The power of your words. Let's talk a bit about words. The words you use both in your self-talk and in your communication with others have a profound impact on your reality. When you act as if you are the best, you need to align your language with that belief. Instead of saying, I'll try, say, I will. Instead of I hope, say, I'm confident. Instead of I can't, say, how can I? These might seem like small shifts, but they represent a fundamental change in your approach to life. And when it comes to your words, there's another thing. When you speak as if you are the best, you compel others to do the same. Your words have the power to elevate, to inspire, and to ignite passion in others. Use that power wisely and generously. Embracing imperfection. Now, let's address a common misconception. Some people think that acting as if you are the best means you have to be perfect all the time. That's a huge mistake. Perfection is an illusion, it is a paralyzing myth. When you act as if you are the best, you're not striving for perfection. You're striving for excellence. And excellence is about doing your best with what you have, where you are. It's about continuous improvement, not flawless performance. Truly great people understand this. They know that mistakes are inevitable, but instead of fearing them, they embrace them as opportunities for learning and growth. They know that every error, every setback, every failure is just feedback to get better. So when you act as if you are the best, you are giving yourself permission to make mistakes. You are telling yourself to express yourself, to take risks, and to fall forward even when you stumble. Habits of excellence. Let's talk a little about habits. Your habits are the building blocks of your life. The small, consistent actions you take every day over time shape your character and determine your destiny. When you act as if you are the best, you naturally start to cultivate habits of excellence. You become more disciplined, more focused, more intentional with how you spend your time and energy. You start to prioritize what truly matters and eliminate distractions that hinder your progress. And the beautiful thing about habits is that once they're established, they become automatic. What required effort and willpower becomes second nature. That's how acting as if you are the best actually translates into becoming the best version of yourself. True humility. Now, I want to address a question that might be on many of your minds. What about humility? Isn't acting as if you are the best the opposite of humility? Here's the truth. Humility is not thinking less of yourself. It's thinking of yourself less often. When you act as if you are the best, it's not to inflate your ego or to look down on others. It's to maximize your potential and to make the greatest positive impact on the world. The most humble people I know are also the best at what they do. They don't need to brag or boast. Their actions speak for themselves, and they are confident enough in their own abilities that they can recognize and celebrate the greatness in others. So when you act as if you are the best, you are cultivating true humility. You are declaring, I have unique talents and abilities, and it is my responsibility to develop them to their fullest and to serve others to the best of my ability. Leading by example. Let's talk a little about leadership. Whether or not you hold a formal leadership position, every day you have an opportunity to lead by example. When you act as if you are the best, you naturally become a leader. People are drawn to those who exude confidence and competence. They want to follow those who have a clear vision and the ability to execute it. By acting as if you are the best, you become a natural leader, whether it's in your family, your community, or your workplace. And another crucial thing about leadership, it's not about having all the answers. It's about asking the right questions and being willing to seek the best solutions, no matter where they come from. When you act as if you are the best, you are open to input from others because you are confident enough in your own abilities to do so. Dancing with fear. Let's talk about fear. Fear is the biggest barrier that stops many people from acting as if they are the best. The fear of failure, the fear of success, the fear of judgment, the fear of the unknown. But here's a crucial fact about fear. It's just an emotion. It's a signal from your brain that you're about to step outside your comfort zone. And here's the amazing thing. That's exactly where growth happens. When you act as if you are the best, you're not eliminating fear. You're learning to dance with it. You're saying, I feel the fear, and I'm going to act anyway. That's the essence of courage. Think about the ripple effect your actions create. When you consistently perform at your best, you are not just creating a ripple of change. You are creating a tide of positive transformation. Your excellence inspires others, challenges the status quo, and raises the bar for everyone around you. Consider how this principle applies to your relationships. When you act as the best partner, friend, or family member, you bring a new level of care, attention, and love to those connections. You listen more deeply, communicate more clearly, and show up more fully. This doesn't mean being perfect. It means being committed to bringing your best self to every interaction. Resilience and decision-making. Now, let's talk about resilience. Life will throw unexpected curveballs. That's an unavoidable fact. But when you act as if you are the best, you cultivate an unwavering conviction of resilience. You start to see challenges not as insurmountable obstacles, but as opportunities to prove your evolution. You bounce back from setbacks quickly because you know they are just temporary detours. Think about how this mindset influences your decision-making. When you act as if you are the best, you make decisions with confidence and clarity. You're not swayed by momentary emotions or short-term gains. Instead, you consider the long-term impact and make choices that align with your highest values and goals. Raising your standards. Let us dive into personal standards. When you act as if you are the best, your standards naturally elevate in every area of your life. You're no longer content with good enough. You pursue excellence in everything, whether it's your work, your relationships, or even the organization of your living space. Consider how this principle impacts your health and well-being. When you act as if you are the best, you treat your body as a high-performance machine. You fuel it with nourishing foods, train it with regular exercise, and give it the rest it needs. You recognize that your physical health is the foundation for every other aspect of your life. And let's consider the impact on creativity. When you act as if you are the best, you give yourself permission to think big. You aren't afraid to be innovative, to challenge conventional wisdom, to try new approaches, to share ideas, and to explore paths that have never been taken. This mindset unlocks your creative potential in ways you never imagined. Focus and time management. Let's talk about the power of focus. When you act as if you are the best, you cultivate a laser-like focus on what truly matters. You don't allow yourself to be distracted by petty concerns or meaningless drama. Instead, you channel your energy and effort into activities that move you closer to your goals. Think about how this principle influences your time management. When you act as if you are the best, you treat your time as a precious resource. You become more intentional about how you spend your day, eliminating time-wasting activities and prioritizing those that contribute to your growth and success. Let's also explore the impact on emotional intelligence. When you act as if you are the best, you become more attuned to your own emotion and the emotions of others. You navigate complex social situations with grace and empathy. This emotional mastery becomes a powerful tool in both your personal and professional life. Lifelong learning and financial acumen. Consider your approach to learning. When you act as if you are the best, you become a voracious learner. You constantly seek new knowledge, new skills, and new perspectives. You understand that in today's rapidly changing world, the ability to learn and adapt may be the most crucial skill of all. Think about the impact on your financial life. When you act as if you are the best, your approach to your finances transforms. You handle your money with a mindset of abundance, not scarcity. You make wise decisions about income, savings, and investments. You see money not just as an end in itself, but as a tool to create value and make a positive impact. Consistency and feedback. Let's talk about the power of consistency. Acting as if you are the best isn't a one-time event. It's a daily practice. It's showing up every day and doing your best, even on days when you don't feel like it. This consistency, over time, creates a compounding effect that leads to extraordinary results. Consider how this principle affects your ability to handle criticism. When you act as if you are the best, criticism doesn't derail you. Instead, You filter the feedback, taking what's useful and letting go of what's not. You see constructive criticism as a gift, an opportunity to refine your skills and become even better. Collaboration and personal growth. Let's explore how this mindset influences your collaboration with others. When you act as if you are the best, you bring out the best in those around you. You don't see the success of others as a threat, you celebrate it. You understand that true greatness often comes from combining diverse talents and perspectives. Think about how this principle applies to your personal growth. When you act as if you are the best, you constantly push your boundaries and step outside your comfort zone. You seek out challenges that stretch and develop you. You understand that comfort is the enemy of progress. Stress management and visualization. Consider the impact on your ability to handle stress. When you act as if you are the best, your relationship with stress changes. You recognize it not as something to avoid, but as a natural part of growth and achievement. You learn to perform under pressure and maintain your composure in the face of challenges. Let's talk about the power of visualization. When you act as if you are the best, you become adept at visualizing success. You can vividly picture your goals in your mind's eye, which makes them feel more attainable. This clear imagery guides your actions and helps you stay motivated, even when the path gets tough. Inspiration and problem solving. Think about how this mindset influences your ability to inspire others. When you act as if you are the best, you become a source of inspiration for those around you. People are drawn to your energy, your confidence, and your commitment to excellence. Without even realizing it, you become a role model. Let's explore the impact on your problem-solving abilities. When you act as if you are the best, you approach problems with creativity and determination. You don't dwell on complaints or excuses. You focus on finding solutions. You become known as the person who gets things done, no matter the obstacle. Personal brand and goal setting. Consider how this mindset impacts your personal brand. When you act as if you are the best, you naturally build a powerful personal brand. People associate you with excellence, reliability, and integrity. This reputation opens doors and creates opportunities that might otherwise have been closed. Think about the impact on your goal setting and achievement. When you act as if you are the best, you become a master of goal setting. You set ambitious goals that stretch you, and you cultivate the discipline and determination to make them a reality. You understand that your goals are not just aspirations, they are commitments to yourself. Authenticity and legacy. Let's talk about the power of authenticity. Acting as if you are the best isn't about pretending to be someone you're not. It's about becoming the best version of who you are. It's about aligning your actions with your values and letting your unique strengths shine. And finally, let's consider your legacy. When you act as if you are the best, you start to think beyond your immediate goals. You consider the long-term impact of your actions and decisions. You start to think about the mark you want to leave on the world. This is the path to true success, leaving a lasting, meaningful impact that goes beyond mere achievement. This is the true power of the principle of acting as if you are the best. What area of your life will you choose to apply this principle to first?